Happy Taco Tuesday. You know the day of the week it is. My taco guest needs no introduction. The lovely, fabulous, wonderful Suzy Lindblom.
Hello.
And we're at a place called Sloppy Pops?
Sloppy Pops.
Sloppy Pops. And they have a version of the Choco Taco. Check that sucker out. And it's melting. It has Reese's on it. We got one, and we're going to share it, but I'm going to take a bite out of this bad boy in a second before it melts, but content. So, Suzy and I, Suzy, what's the name of your company?
Streamline Operations Solutions.
Okay. And you recently went on your own.
I did. I did.
And I've been on my own for 2 years now. So we're both on our own. And Suzy and I were talking about there's a fear when you go on your own. Suzy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's, it's funny because I think this applies across the board about that fear, and it's I'm not getting a steady paycheck. I have to, quite honestly, a lot of it is fear, and a lot of it is I tend to be very independent, and so now I have to depend on other people giving me jobs, and so it's kind of I'm a perfectionist and I'm a control freak, and so it's a lot of control.
I'm a control freak. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of control. And so, but I do encourage people, not only, you don't necessarily have to go to entrepreneurship yourself, but to take risk in your career. It's interesting. Dalila and I were talking, and we do a lot together, and discuss things and discuss our businesses and work together. But there's a stat out there that to take a promotion, men will take a promotion if they are confident that they know 40% of the job.
40%.
40%. Which is awesome because they have that confidence.
Yep.
Women, 90%. They do not feel comfortable.
Much more higher.
They do not feel do not feel comfortable taking that next step unless they feel they've already mastered it. They've already mastered it. And we never learn from that.
No,
we never learn from that.
We don't.
So as I grew in my career, I started taking more risks. And trust me, there were times it was so scary. It was, okay, I don't think I can do this, but I really want to learn this. And I finally realized for me to expand my horizons, I had to take those risks.
Yeah.
Still scared me to death. And even with consulting now, with my consulting company, I wanted to do this for 10 years. 10 years. It took me 10 years to build up the courage to say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And quite honestly, it wasn't that I built up the courage. I built up, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. I'll never do it. So I took the leap.
And congratulations for taking the leap of faith. And I know exactly how that feels. And it is, you guys, but here's the thing. Nothing happens in your comfort zone.
No.
Right? Fear is one of those things, if you tackle it, it'll get you to the next level.
Right.
And then the next time you have to go to another level, it becomes a little bit more easier.
It does.
To change and embrace. But, and it took you, though, 10 years. Because I met Suzy back in, 2017, 2018. And honestly, you were talking about it then.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about it I started in 2012. So I guess it took me 12 years.
Look at that. A Suzy Lindblom, who we all know is one of the original G's in the mortgage industry. And I told her that earlier today. She was like, what's the G? I'm like, the G stands for gangster.
Gangster. Not many people call me gangster, trust me.
Oh, but I was like, you're one of the G's. And so, but someone who has been in it for 40 plus years.
Yes.
It took her that long. And I encourage everyone, it took me a little less time, but it was because I had already built a platform. I had already built something prior to when the door opened and allowed me to go on my own. It was a little bit more easier. The transition was a little bit more easier because I had established the consistency of Taco Tuesday. But for those that don't have that, it's got to be extremely scary.
Yes, but as I said earlier, and I think this is important to repeat, this is not necessarily about going on your own. It's taking that next risk in your career, knowing that you can do it. I mean, it's important for us to know. And it's funny, Bill Foss, I know you'll laugh at me because I am the biggest one with imposter syndrome. Thinking that, I really can't do this. I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm not, I'm going to do something wrong.
Yeah.
But, you have to take that risk. And again, it's your risk in your career, which, trust me, it will pay off. Now, you have to work hard. You can't just get the promotion, and you've got to be consistent.
Yep.
And you have to be fair to everybody. The thing is that people always say you have to treat everybody the same. That's a big thing with me. You don't have to treat everybody the same. We are all unique individuals. You have to treat everybody fairly. There's a difference. Treating them fairly and treating them different are two different things. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people make in their career is they don't treat people fairly, and you will never succeed there. So your ultimate success is risk and treating people fairly.
And with that, happy
Taco Tuesday.
And I got to take a bite out of this.
From Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Always sending light and positivity to all. This too shall pass. You guys, it is melting. So I'm going to take a bite. So Suzy has an allergy to
she gets this by herself, by the way.
Yeah, I can see that. I get yogurt. So again, the place is called Sloppy Pops. And you guys eat your tacos, even if it's in ice cream form. And remember, nothing happens in your comfort zone.
Yes, nothing happens in your comfort zone.
Yep.
That's true.
Eat your tacos. Bye.
Bye.